Hello, everybody. Good morning. This is episode
37, the Banana Boys podcast.
I'm your co-host, Andrew.
And I'm Jaden. This is a very calm episode. I'm drinking some tea with some honey in it. Andrew's having some nice warm water.
It's not warm.
We are coming back after a 2-week hiatus of just fun and adventures out in the wilderness of British Columbia.
Yes. We've just been chilling.
This is a very wholesome episode with some very wholesome topics, such as why should we give a fuck about the Queen?
How to raise your kids.
The fact that everyone thinks King Charles is about to die when he's actually younger than Biden, just saying.
iPhone 14.
The Apple Watch Ultra.
Watch Ultra. And answer some Google form questions.
About why you shouldn't have any hoes.
Yeah, and we'll I can't promise we're gonna be having episodes every week, because
Life happens.
Life happens. Jaden's a full-time, hard-working man here,
Andrew's in school,
and I'm in school. But we started this when I was in school, so
and I've been working this whole time. So.
Yeah, so honestly, nothing's changed.
Honestly, it's just like we just didn't know if you had COVID. That's really what happened.
But yeah, so well,
life happens.
Life happens, and we'll try to do these every week.
Yeah,
but thanks for sticking by us. Still, it's almost a year.
Respectfully, honestly, even if we post once a month, who's really fucking with us on the podcast space? Like, come on.
Oh, here?
Yeah, come on.
True.
Number one podcast in Canada.
You may see us doing some outside podcasts.
Yeah, we're gonna do that soon.
Maybe. We need to get a banner. If you know how to get a banner, let us know.
Shout out to Alex. Just cause he's on the freaking Daily Hive.
Oh yeah, I saw that. And Curiosity Vancouver.
Yeah.
Sick. Man.
Shout out
They'll be on the podcast.
Yeah, check out our last episode with Total Bags. Nathaniel. Shout out Nathaniel. Period. It's giving, It's giving. Man's in LA right now, living life.
Whatever.
Andrew's picked up all that shit. It's giving immensely. It's immense vibes.
Yep.
Yeah. Goodbye. You know that Ken Sim,
our ABC.
He's actually in the lead right now.
Oh shoot!
Him and Kenny.
Thanks to Banana Boys.
Him and Kenny Stewart are in the lead right now. So
Kenny, which one's Kenny? Did we have Kenny on?
He's the current. Oh. Kenny Stewart's the current mayor of Vancouver. I believe he's independent, but anyways, we're not even from Vancouver, so who cares?
Well, you know what? If ABC wins, it's thanks to the Banana Boys.
Yeah, that's our first. They better pay us marketing.
Sponsored by ABC. No, we're not.
Sponsored by shit.
I don't know what ABC does. I saw one city ad or one city.
They have a couple ads out in Shaughnessy.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. But hope you guys are doing well. It's been a while since. Well, it's been 2 weeks since we did a podcast.
Yeah, last episode was with Nathaniel.
I hope you guys liked that one. I think people did.
I think so too.
A lot of people watched it.
Shout out Nathaniel, man. He's in LA right now, living life.
What's he doing in LA? Just vacation? I saw.
Yeah. This guy's driving LA. Freaking, that's some balls right there. Like, I don't think I could ever drive in LA.
Dude, it's like an 8-lane. There's like 10 lanes or something.
It's not even that. It's just sitting in traffic. Like,
yeah.
You sit in traffic and knowing that you have to drive.
Why is traffic so bad in LA? Is it just because it's like so busy? So many people?
I assume so. Because, like, you know how traffic's like, it's never always an accident. Like, usually, like, someone cuts in front of one person, they brake, and then, like, every car behind them brakes and creates this chain effect.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just a bunch of those.
But then there's also, but we do that here too, don't we?
Yeah, but it's 8 lanes. So it's like, if you're in lane 4 and you want to exit now, you have to cut 4 lanes. You just create a chain effect on 4 lanes.
I wonder how you switch lanes on 8-lane highways.
Or you just got to do it really ahead of time. There's no last minute switches there, I think.
Like, and it's like in LA, all the places are far away or something. Like, oh, that's what Jimmy said.
US is like that as a whole. They're very heavy on their highways.
Like, where you have to go is like a 10-minute drive.
Yeah, but it's all highway.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Right?
That's crazy. I don't know.
Like, people like legit, like, they'll drive like 30, 40 minutes on the highway just to get to work or just to get groceries.
And that's like nothing.
Yeah.
Here that's like driving to Langley. And that's hella far, dude.
Just for groceries.
Just for groceries or something, right?
Yeah.
Jesus. I don't know.
So,
did you write something?
I wrote a couple
things. You made it. I didn't even make it.
Well, I guess I mean, one of them was actually like, when you're holding in a shit, like you really got shit and you're in traffic.
I haven't had that happen, honestly.
I've had that happen to me, and a cop was following me while I had to hold in the shit.
A cop was right behind you.
A cop was tailing me at 40 kilometers, and I was holding in a shit, and I had to get home so badly, but I couldn't because if I speed, he's gonna pull me over immediately.
And so what did you do?
I just fucking prayed.
Were you far from home?
I was like a good 8 minutes left.
Okay, and you had to like what was the scale here from 1 to 10? Like how
Like a
bad did you?
7.
Okay, that's manageable.
It was like post gym protein shit type of one. Like I had to like go, man.
like was it showing its head?
It wasn't turtling.
It wasn't turtling yet,
No.
but it was feeling it.
I was there. I'm like, fuck.
Was this
cop.
recent?
This was actually a couple months ago.
Okay.
This is when I was telling you like cops were just following me for no reason.
Are you sure they were following you, or did they just happen to be there?
Usually cops just drive by you. This case, they were tailing me at 40 kilometers for like a week straight.
A week straight?
Not a week straight, but like a couple times throughout the week.
And it's not pure coincidence.
I don't know why a cop would just tail you at 40 kilometers.
Is it because you have tinted allegedly?
It was different cars too. Like even my dad's car, they were tailing me.
Your dad's car's not tinted?
No.
I don't know.
I was so confused that week. I was like, why are they just following me?
Maybe your car was registered to,
Like-
or I don't know.
Both cars were just under my dad, so maybe they just flagged. I don't know, but yeah, it was kind of weird. A cop just following you at 40 kilometers. Usually they just drive by you.
So you're just holding it in, hoping it's not gonna turtle. And
Yeah.
when you got home, was it at a
Straight
Did
to
it
the
hit a
wall.
10 when you get
Second I sat on the toilet, boom. No fucking
No, I
hesitation.
have not felt that before. I've sat in people's cars where the driver had to.
Yeah.
You know, I was like with a friend, and he's like, they drive me home. We were almost home. He's like, oh, Andrew, I really gotta go. And I was like hearing it while he was driving, but I didn't want to say anything.
Hear what?
Like I would hear his like stomach.
Oh,
You know, like it was that bad.
like the like
Yeah. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna say anything until he brought it up. I'm like, okay, yeah, you just go home.
Jeez.
And he like bad peaches or something.
He
But
ate
yeah.
bad peaches.
I don't know. That's what he said. That's what he said.
You know that what's it called? Dragon fruit apparently makes you shit a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
It's like good fiber or something.
One of my
you know?
coworkers ate half a dragon fruit
Oh my god.
without knowing that, and then he was just going at it.
Did he eat at work?
No, but he was going at work because it carried over. I think he ate like the night before work.
And it's like when you do that, like your shit has like seeds in it.
Really?
Because dragon fruit is like, you know, dragon. Yeah, you eat
I
dragon
have a
fruit.
dragon fruit.
Yeah,
I never
it's-
had that much.
And it's like seedy.
Hmm.
How gross. Yeah. Hi guys.
I guess like
this is what.
what? So what happened last 2 weeks that we haven't recorded? We stopped off in Nathaniel's,
Stopped
right?
at Nathaniel, super awesome guy.
So what happened after Nathaniel?
We were supposed to have Joey on. I'm so sorry, Joey. I actually feel bad because she wanted to come on.
I wanted her to come on. I didn't know she was going to Toronto so soon.
You guys should have like pressured me more. Because
Well-
I was always just like, okay, I don't know how to do it. And both of you guys are, oh, okay.
We also didn't know if you had COVID or not.
Okay, fine.
So like, you know,
What do I still have COVID? I didn't have COVID, actually. What am I talking about? I didn't have COVID.
you never tested. How do we know?
I did test.
When?
Not since last time. I tested like a week before that. Like, I'm fine, dude.
All right. So for backstory, we went to Whistler.
Okay, yeah, we went to Whistler.
We went to actually no. Here's the thing. So
So really, we didn't really go to Whistler. We just did like anyway.
we saw Whistler, but like the night before, Andrew was coughing up a storm
No, I wasn't.
to the point where he said, "Yo, Joey, like I don't know if I can record tomorrow because like I just can't stop coughing. Like I don't know if I can do this." We all looked at him. We're like, "Yo, are you sure? You sure you're okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine."
Fine, it's a
We go to
cold.
Whistler, so we're in the parking lot. We're in a parking lot about to head out. We're meeting up in the parking lot before we drive out because 2 cars.
I'm just clearing my throat.
So in this car, it's me.
Quinton.
Yeah, I can say
Say
me,
a name.
Quinn, and Ryan. Sydney. Said it was in Derek's car.
Oh, that's it. Yes.
So me, Andrew, Quinn, Ryan. Ryan and Quinn just came back from LA, Alaska, respectively, whatever.
Ryan came from a cruise.
Yeah,
to
came back from a
Mauritius.
cruise. They tested negative PCR, so like whatever. We feel kind of weird, but fuck it, whatever. We feel
Everyone,
fine.
it was a sick car.
We negative on PCRs. I'm like, all right, fine, sure, whatever. We're here, whatever. Drive. Go to Whistler, go to lakes and shit like that. Over the trip, I think Ryan started to feel a lot worse.
Yeah.
He felt like shit. When we were about to head home, he was like sick.
Oh,
pretty
awful.
much. Quinn felt fine. I think.
Everyone felt fine.
Yeah, everyone felt fine. But Ryan was
He
like,
started
"Yo, I feel-"
coughing a little.
I had my moments. Next day, what was it? Ryan was like, "Yo, I tested positive."
Yeah.
And I think Quinn, I was the only one that tested, I think, right?
I did test.
You didn't test. You just prayed to
I was out. I
Jesus.
was out already. Sorry.
Yeah, he was already out there spreading. Quinn was probably spreading something. And then I just went home from work. I was just like, you know what, fuck, I'm just going home now.
We were all fine. No symptoms.
That's true. But I had hella brain fog that morning, though. I can't lie.
Maybe. Well, okay. The rapid test is not that accurate.
It's not.
Apparently.
It's not at all.
Maybe we all had it.
I definitely had it at this point, I think.
You know what? I feel like everyone has had it.
There's no way. Like, I'm 20 exposures and never tested positive in my life. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, I think everyone had it, and it's like, I know it's bad to say, but it's like people treat it as like the common cold now, kind of. Right? Isn't that kind of like the sentiment now?
That's been the sentiment for a while.
Okay,
I feel like.
true.
Because look at the U.S. Canada, I feel like, I don't want to just say shit because, like, people be flagging stuff now, but like, I think Canada's the only country that's still really about COVID.
Really?
US dropped everything a long time ago.
That's true.
UK been dropped it.
Still need masks at the airport for YVR.
And hospitals.
And okay, hospitals is understandable.
But that apart, hospitals actually need vaccine cards still.
Oh.
But other than that, I don't think
Wait, how does that work?
you just show them your vaccine card. In the
Now, what if
hospital.
the patient?
Patient doesn't count. I mean, visitors. Visitors need a vaccine pass to get
like
into
your
hospital.
freaking arm is
No.
dislocated. Like
No.
Derek, you know,
Don't spread any shit.
you'd have a vaccine card.
No. In order to visit the hospital, you need a vaccine card. But it's like, I think apart from us in Germany, I don't think any.
China.
Oh,
Did you see the video?
Oh,
There's
and Japan.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
video I just saw this morning. Freaking drones.
Is that real?
You saw that too?
Yeah, it's like yelling out the window like this is a lockdown, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
Is that real?
that looks real, dude.
It looks real, but is it real?
I think that's real. That's China, dude.
It's true.
That's
I don't
China.
want to say anything about China.
Yeah, we're getting flagged.
Yeah, no, not that. If we ever go to Asia, they'll get us.
Yeah, we won't say anything. It's cool. Cool drones. I
Yeah.
like drones.
Yeah,
I want to get a drone.
he has some drone footage. When's your vlog coming out?
I'm sorry, dude. I feel bad. Yeah, I got finished it.
Yeah,
I just school started, and I'm like, I gotta get that like sorted. But it's almost done.
yeah.
It's almost done. Nelson asked me, he was like, "Where's the vlog?" I'm like, "Oh shoot."
I swear you said it was gonna come out on Sunday, like before we went to
Barbecue,
Whistler.
yeah, that's gonna
Yeah.
come on tomorrow, and then I just didn't get to it, and then I just had school this week. But I'll go and work on it after this podcast. Well, when this is out, okay, the vlog should have been out already when you're listening to this, so go and watch that. I'm almost done. I'm like,
Yeah.
we're about to go to, it's like the last night,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
second day.
Okay,
So
so you're almost there.
sorry guys,
Yeah.
this is like, yeah, I always get it out, but now you guys are asking for it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So what
Oh,
is that? Pretty much what the last 2 weeks has been for us.
Yeah, we went to Chilliwack. No, not Chilliwack. Squamish to play volleyball
Yeah.
and stuff. That's basically the day. And we went to Whistler for like 2 hours. Didn't even go to Whistler. What else did we do? Wait, why is it 2 weeks?
Has it been 2 weeks?
Oh
since-
no, because we're not gonna post one tomorrow, which
Yes.
is last Sunday.
That was supposed to be one with Joey, and then we didn't do it. And then we should go to Toronto.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's go to Toronto
for the weekend.
just for a weekend.
Or for the weekend.
I can't for the weekend because my mom's birthday's that day.
Oh.
And my dog's birthday.
Oh, are they the same birthday?
Yeah.
Did you forget?
No, I forgot when the weekend in Toronto was.
Mm.
It's September 23rd, right?
Okay, I don't know. I didn't even go to the weekend when it came to Vancouver.
The weekend was crazy.
Was it?
That concert was a fucking amazing, man. I can't even lie. Like,
Even if you don't listen to the weekend.
I listened to the weekend heavy.
I'm just saying, like, if someone didn't listen.
I think so. I think if you don't listen to the weekend that much or not super aware of his music, you'll still really enjoy it. Because the people I went with, they're not super into the weekend like I am. They originally wanted to go for Doja Cat, but they still
Right.
enjoyed themselves because like the actual theatrics of the whole thing was like
The
his set was
visuals.
crazy. Like he has like a giant moon, he has a giant like dystopian city, he has like random like handmaid tale dress dancers that look kind of creepy, but they were kind of adding to the vibe and shit. Like,
Mhm,
lots of
mhm.
lights and shit. Like
Mhm.
it was a really good show, and he was singing like crazy too.
It was really hot though, right?
Oh yeah, what was it, BC Place or Rogers or whatever it was?
BC Place, yeah.
Freaking sauna. I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
Like,
Like
you didn't take your shirt off.
I thought about it.
It's like a rave.
I thought about taking my shirt off, but I didn't know if I could do that or if I should do that.
Were other people doing it?
Nah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like it was super hot in there and it was bad. Like I wore sweat shorts and like an Airism tee, which by the way, Airism is not breathable.
like the. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they say it's breathable. It's a really heavy shirt.
It feels cool.
Does it?
I don't know. Maybe
Not
that's
in
me.
Rogers.
No, it's like it's a thick shirt.
It's a thick shirt. Like it's definitely like not a sweaty shirt.
Mm.
I guess that's where it's airism, whatever. But it's not a breathable. Like I felt I was dying in that shirt.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, glad I wore shorts.
Okay, yeah. Well, I didn't go. Well, maybe I should have went. Should I have gone?
I think you should have went.
I was also busy that day.
I think that was. I really want to go to Kendrick. That
Dude,
same weekend.
Oh, I didn't know it was his last tour.
We were planning to. I didn't know that either, but we were planning to go if we can get tickets under 100.
Oh, no way.
Because like weekend was like $75 at one point.
I didn't go because no one wanted to go.
I would have went. With
I also didn't really ask anyone.
I would have went with you. I would have the lowest tickets I saw was like $200 retail. I would have paid it.
I would have paid it.
Same. Fuck. Should we just fly down? Where's this next show?
That was his last show.
That was Vancouver was a closing.
That's what I heard.
Oh fuck.
That's what I mean.
Oh.
Unless it just meant last Vancouver show.
Probably last Vancouver show. I doubt he ended the tour in Vancouver.
I don't know. Isn't he kind of old? Oh, well, actually, not really.
Kendrick's
40 something.
Kendrick's been rapping. What OD came out in like. No, Section 80 came out like 2010, 2008, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Because Good Kid, Mad City came out in like 2013.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, Kendrick's been around for a long time.
When do rappers usually retire?
Never.
Then why is he stopping his
But
tours?
rappers don't usually retire, but they slow down.
Why is
Like
so he's stopping his tours though.
pretty because like look, Jay-Z didn't retire.
Is he still touring?
No, that's what I'm saying. He's not touring anymore though.
Oh, but he's still making music.
Yeah, but he's very rarely though. He's not making albums.
Right.
Like 50 Cent is still doing some shows in Europe, but he's not making albums anymore.
Kanye.
Kanye's Kanye. Kanye will create music until he's dead.
And he's still touring, right?
Yeah. Andre 3000 probably is the only rapper that actually retired, I think.
Hmm.
That I can think of right now.
Like actually stop making music?
He probably has a feature verse once every 3 years.
Right.
So
Well, I hope Kendrick. Fuck. I don't know. I remember, the last time he came to Vancouver was when we were in high school, I think. For what was it?
that show was crazy.
Did you go?
I wanted to go so badly, but I couldn't get work off. But that was the Damn tour
That was
with Travis
damn
Scott.
tour. Yeah, I also wanted to go to that one. I was like grade 11 or something,
Yeah,
right?
that was 2017, grade 11. Yeah, that was
Missed
a really
it twice. I never get to see him again.
fuck.
Oh well,
There's
it's
so
okay.
many concerts I missed already. Fuck, man.
What's the next concert you want to go to?
Give you on.
Oh yeah, are you going?
I don't know if we're going still. I don't.
Hmm.
I'm gonna check with Derek. See.
Hmm.
Kehlani, I want to go to, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Nicki concert was yesterday.
Nicki. I don't listen to Nicki that much.
Mm.
I only know like maybe one or two songs
Or
from her.
Joji.
I never listened to Joji, to be honest.
I don't know.
I never got into it.
I just saw a bunch of people at UBC, like
Yeah.
at the Thunderbird. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's it for this year.
J. Cole.
J. Cole's a good
Does he
one.
still tour? Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
He did. He didn't come to Vancouver.
Okay. Next time.
He didn't come to
Maybe.
Vancouver for his last tour because the For Your Eyes only tour, the last tour he went to, he got stuck at the border and he had to move the tour date to the following
Stuck
day.
for what?
They just
COVID?
held him. No, this is before COVID. They held him. This was back in 2018, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I was still in high school when I went. And oh no, it was 2017, I think, because Omar Mansouri was going as well, and I was
Hmm.
talking to him. Yeah, it was grade 11, same year as Kendrick. And
Hmm.
I think because of what happened at the border, he just decided not to come back. So
You hear that, right?
the high pitch
Yeah.
might be the lights. I don't know. Is it your laptop? But yeah, the off-season tour.
Yeah, keep going, sir.
He didn't come to Vancouver. I think the closest show he had was Seattle.
Seattle?
Yeah, he just
Okay.
didn't come into Canada apart from Toronto because Drake runs the border apparently. So
Would you go to a Drake concert?
yeah, I would.
Really?
I like Drake.
Yeah. I don't think it's the Drake either, though.
I don't know when his next tour would be, to be honest, which is surprising because I thought he would have announced the tour already.
Right.
But yeah, I think next Drake concert I definitely want to go to because he's fucking. I want to see a Drake concert. All right, so you want to get into some crazy shit?
Wait, no. So we're caught up now, right? 2 weeks? That's what happened in our 2 weeks.
I think so. Not much has happened. Went to the weekend. We went camping. Went to Whistler. School started for you. Work's
Yeah.
still on for me.
Yep.
Um,
School. If you see me at UBC campus,
Yes. If you see Andrew Lee at the UBC campus,
I'm like walking around and be like,
a god
"Everybody
amongst
should
the
know me."
people.
No, I'm kidding.
a celebrity amongst the commoners.
Come say hi. If
Don't
you're
be
my-
shy.
If you're in my psych class,
His bodyguards will not attack you.
I don't have bodyguards. Come say
Yes.
hi.
You can take a photo with him. Just ask. You want his autograph? Just ask.
Did I say someone came up to me when I was shooting a wedding? I said that already, right?
Yes.
I already said
You never
it.
said it here, but you told me.
Oh yeah, I told that. Yeah, that's kind of weird. He's kind of shy about it. You can ask for a picture though. We haven't had someone ask for a picture. It's always just they just come up and say hi.
If they ask for a picture, I'd be like, why?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, why?
Like, why do you want a picture of this?
Why you want it's always more like I want a picture with you.
Yeah, like the fuck? Hey, mom, look, they exist.
Fads exist. What else? We hope you enjoy all the Chinatown stuff.
We have more to come.
We have
Technically.
more to come. Actually, when this comes out,
It'll come the week after, or 2
yeah,
weeks
it will
after.
be next week.
Yeah.
We will have recorded it already because
Yeah.
this would be we would record it yesterday. So
Yeah.
more Chinatown stuff.
And Andrew's got a crazy Chinatown video coming soon as well. So
Oh yeah, but I don't know where they're gonna post that.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna post that.
Damn. This guy's not
Oh.
showing his own work. He's that humble.
Oh, maybe I'll post it. I don't know. Yeah. What do you want to get into?
All right, let's be honest here, right? Why the fuck should we care that the queen died? Quite honestly, like, let's just be honest here. Why?
Hey,
Why should, like, I guess rest in peace to Lizzie. You know, a human has passed, a mother has passed. You know,
respect to her.
respect to her. You know, she married her cousin. Cool.
Did she?
Philip.
That's her cousin.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Them royals, man, they be inbreded.
They gotta keep it
Like,
in
they
the
end up-
family.
They keep it in the family.
It's the royal blood.
Freaking royal bakers over there. Keep
Why-
it in the bread at all
Why
times.
should we care? Because technically, we're under the monarch. Her bill, her face.
I'm under Allah. Respectfully.
No. Where's Nelson? We're technically under the monarch's bill, and her face is on her bill.
Okay, so logistically,
and
yeah,
her
we should care.
coin.
Okay, logistically, okay, I get why.
Fine, logistically.
Why the fuck should we care though?
Fine. Honestly, yes. My initial reaction when my mom told me, oh, like she has an idea. It was like the morning of, and then I was like, oh, well, she's 96. You know, that's a good age.
Do you find the whole news of her passing suspicious?
Suspicious.
Like, morning of, oh, she's going to the hospital. She's under medical care now. We're sending her over. 2 hours later, she's dead.
why is that suspicious?
Because
You think she killed
all the royals came into England
and
like
killed
a
her?
week or so before they announced the news. So I'm pretty sure she was been at that hospital or whatever it was for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Like the turnaround time is quite insane.
Oh, like
For a 96-year-old woman to say, oh, we're going to put her under medical supervision, to 2 hours later, oh, she's dead. Like a 96-year-old does not fall that quickly. I feel like. I feel
Really?
like it's declining enough to like, okay, we'll put you under medical supervision. Keep watch on you. Okay, she passed.
maybe she has been going to the hospital prior. It just wasn't announced, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they definitely withhold that announcement.
Okay.
Like
well,
I don't think they're
I don't know if
announcing it
it's
real
like-
time.
sure, so it's suspicious is that suspicious for what though? Like I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like,
Okay.
why did they even bother like trying to prolong the announcement? Like,
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, just tell us in real time. Oh, yo, she's going to the hospital now. We're gonna look after her for a bit, and then when she dies, just tell us she died. Like, it just feels
I
like
guess they didn't want to like have it in the news that early
I
that the
guess.
queen is in a compromised state.
I guess.
So it's like, oh, okay, this is the date she's going, and then okay, just time it so that
Yeah.
she's gonna pass after.
Like she's gonna pass within 4 hours. Let's just break the news now that she's actually under medical supervision.
Why should we care? I guess some people just don't, because at least for our age, she wasn't much. Well, I
For
can't say for everyone.
Whose age? She's 96.
No, I think like for older, like our parents' age, like it probably they saw more of what Queen Elizabeth did, right?
What did she do?
I don't know.
I don't think she's. I think what she did in our lifetime was the same responsibility she had in our parents' life. Like I don't think they.
Yeah, I don't.
Like I'm pretty sure Britain got rid of that monarch system a long time ago. Like, she's just like a head.
It's more of a culture and tradition,
Yeah, right.
because I think the main power is still the prime minister.
It's always been for a long time. I think
It's just she needs to approve certain things,
it's more just like a
like a respect and tradition thing.
what's it called when you just hand them something, you knowing they're gonna say yes regardless. It's like just a
Yeah,
formality.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We're not UK. We're not from the UK.
Yeah.
So I guess it's not a huge thing.
Even in the
for us.
UK, like
Some people don't really care either.
the only thing I can see going wrong is like all the drill rappers saying they can't get the Lizzie anymore. Like they call the cash Lizzie.
Really?
Yeah. I think there's a producer in the UK. He's like Stay Flea Get Lizzie or something like that.
Stay free, get Lizzie.
Stay Flea Get Lizzie. So what's he gonna do now? Change his name to Stay Flea Get Charles? Like
Get Charles. Now all the coins is gonna be Charles' head, and all the bills is gonna be Charles.
he's an ugly dude too. So like
I don't want that. Maybe that's why the only reason I'll care. I don't want Charles on the face.
yeah. What is going on? Is it me or you? Yeah, as you can tell, we've been doing this for a long time.
I don't know what's going on today. I think
we're a
you just
little
need
rusty.
new cables, man.
We've been saying that for like 2 months. We should probably do it eventually.
We've been saying this since the start.
Yeah. Yeah. Queen Elizabeth's dead. Cool. I guess I don't really give a fuck, to be honest.
You like that? You can. There's a pickup line that I saw on TikTok. It's like it's like, oh, the girl sends you like, oh, the queen's dead. You're like, oh no, what do you mean? She's right here texting me.
I've used that in my life. Anyways,
You definitely use that.
I'm gonna show you something. I'll show you a text I sent.
What did they call
I
you?
didn't send it to a person. I just sent it to a group chat, right?
What did they call you? Hey, did you hear the queen died? I'm like, oh, I don't know. Queen's calling me right now.
Hey, I heard that the queen has passed. Breaks my heart knowing I passed the opportunity to make you my queen. You don't have to respond. Give your mom my best wishes.
Wait, I don't get it. Wait, the queen's passed?
And like knowing I passed the opportunity to make you my queen.
Did you use that on someone?
No.
You sure?
No, I'm sure.
You can use that on someone.
Hey, heard the Queen of England passed. Just want to check in and see if my queen is doing all right. Take care. Tell your little brother to hop on COD shortly.
That's sweet. That's some good pickup lines for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, look, the British monarchy is just fucked. Like, let's just be honest. Like, residential schools, the fucking border of Pakistan, India, the fucking street in New Zealand that's super steep because they didn't bother sending British architects to look at the topography of the place.
What?
There's a street in New Zealand that's like the steepest street in the world. It's like
Cool.
35 degrees up,
Whoa.
right?
Cool.
The reason why that street exists is because Britain, when they're creating the grids and streets for their whatever colonies, right? They didn't actually send people to those countries. They just looked at a map and said, oh, this will work, with no respect for the topography, like the actual slopes and stuff.
So there's a street that's 35 degrees.
Because
of that.
the British just couldn't bother to look at the street and say, hey, that's a hill. We probably shouldn't put that there.
So how do people... So that 35 degrees is like...
Houses are built like this. 35 degrees is
That's
like
not
an inclined
35
bench.
degrees. That's like 10 degrees.
Just think of
Right.
an inclined bench. It's like
Okay.
this.
And houses are built on that?
Yeah.
Is that even possible?
They platform out.
Oh, so they build it like another
Yeah.
platform. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And then freaking Pakistan, India, when the British were like, oh, yeah, let's make them actual countries. They didn't even look at the freaking ethnic regions of the thing. They just drew a line and then had a bunch of Pakistani and Indian people running across the border because they didn't want to get killed because Pakistani and Indian people hate each other.
This is the monarch's fault?
Yeah.
Monarchy's fault?
Yeah. Because they couldn't bother to look at the map. They just drew a line. Border.
I didn't know that. The monarchy made...
The Pakistan and Indian border.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
And by the way, Pakistan and India have been at war for the last...
Why are they at war?
Because they hate each other.
Because...
It's not like a full-on war. It's like the kind of like the North-South Korea type of war where like they'll have military traditions where they're like, haha, we could kill you, but we're not.
Well, which one's the stronger power there?
No idea. I assume India has like one of the biggest countries in the world, human-wise. Like I think India and China are the fastest
Yes.
growing. So
Right.
Manpower, India, Pakistan might have more weapons though. So I don't know. But yeah.
Damn, what the heck? I didn't know that. Well,
Yeah. So fuck the royals.
would you want to be born into a royal family?
Fuck no. They have all these incestual like.
But the thing is, you wouldn't think that's weird.
Oh,
'cause
it's
you're
definitely
born
not.
into it.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, what if you were reborn? Like, you wouldn't have anything to gauge it against, so you just live your life as you are right now.
You would be born into a family of royalty and wealth.
I would just be doing whatever they're doing. Like, I would have, because like, I would have no prior knowledge of my past life, so I would just be doing whatever they tell me to do.
That's true.
It's as if I grew up like this now.
That's true. Would you want to be born into a wealthy family though?
Yeah, makes things a lot easier.
I feel like a lot of like people say like it's not good to be born into a wealthy family. Like super wealthy, like trust fund babies.
It depends on what that family teaches you.
Mm.
That's what matters more. If you have like two families that are super wealthy, right? One teaches their kids how they made the money and how they maintain the money versus, oh, we just have a bunch of money, just don't worry about shit. Like you'll get two very different kids.
Do you think the majority of wealthy families create kids who are not that, I guess, grateful, or not? Like a lot of wealthy families just give the money to the kids, and
I think that is we would have to see the numbers.
okay,
Because the families,
it's hard
the
to
people
say.
I know that come from like wealthier families and shit, their parents are very actively telling them like, hey, this is how we did this. This is how we keep the money. Don't do this. Don't do that. Blah, blah, blah.
So they just teach the kids.
Yeah, because they don't want their kids to fuck up everything they did.
Okay.
But at the same time, we live in Vancouver and majority, I say like 80% of the wealthier families in Vancouver that we know to an extent are Asian.
Mm.
So I guess Asians are a lot more like cheap and don't, you know, like
Mm.
Asians are more likely, in my opinion, to say like, hey, don't fuck up the money when I'm dead.
Really?
Than like a white family would. Because white family is like, oh yeah, we'll be taken care of because, you know, everything goes well because we're white.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know?
So I guess it doesn't necessarily depend. Doesn't necessarily depend on the wealth. It just depends on the parents.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I'll phrase it better because phrasing is not a good thing. I'd say in Vancouver, the wealthy families are more likely to teach their kids how to keep and maintain and make more money than, let's say, like Republican families in the South of like super like isolated white Christian Republican families. Like those families probably be like, oh, we have money, we'll take care of you. Blah blah blah. Like I think that.
Yeah.
Right, because they just have the money.
But they don't teach their kids.
Yeah, but in Vancouver, it's like the money's being generated still because it's such a big city.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. Do I know really wealthy friends? And what are we talking about? Super wealthy here, like
just well off to like insane amount of money that you have to hide from the government.
Yeah, it just depends. But like, some people say it's like, oh, being born into a poorer family teaches the kids work ethic or hard work.
But at the same time, it could also just teach them to be bitter at the world and just accept their life. Like it really depends on the parents, I feel like, more so than the money itself.
That's true. That
like
makes sense.
How many families we know that exist that like don't have a lot of money? They spend all their money just to survive, or just because they're materialistic. Their kids grow up in the same way, and then they start doing the same thing.
Yeah,
they're not gonna learn work ethic. They're just gonna learn what their parents taught them.
Yeah, like it's just in a cycle, and it's like it's hard to get out of that generational mindset.
It's like if you have alcohol, like you have a wealthy family and a poor family. If both parents are alcoholics,
one's just
doesn't matter how much money they have. Both kids might end up as alcoholics.
One's just a rich alcoholic.
One just drinks better alcohol.
Yeah, or more alcohol.
Yeah, because better alcohol doesn't get you as drunk.
Kids, man,
don't have them.
You don't have them?
I'm gonna have some kids in the future.
Really?
Yeah.
How many kids?
Max 2.
Max 2?
Max 2.
What if your wife wants more?
I hope you make enough money, and I hope I make enough money too to support that. Because I ain't trying to have 4 kids and be broke.
That's true.
I'm trying to have 2 kids and be like well off, or 1 kid and well off. I'm not trying to have kids and stretch the budget.
What's the stat to raise a 18-year-old? It's like a
18-year-old babies? 18-year-old parents?
No. Like to raise a kid from 0 to 18. It's like a stat. It's like how much money it costs. It's like a couple.
Varies
On
heavily.
average, there was like a stat. I forgot. It's like wow, almost $1 million or something like that.
I must just say, like, the amount of money it took for my parents to raise me from 0 to 18, which I'm very grateful for, I think is going to be significantly less than what it's going to take for me to raise my kid 0 to 18. Because of inflation.
Oh. Well, if you adjust for inflation.
Well, also because, like, if I'm being honest, I'm going to be much more active in my kids' health to an extent. Like, I'm going to make them work out.
Oh.
Like, I'm going to make them work out. I'm going to
Put them
make
in.
sure they're in better condition. So like that's gonna cost more money, like spending money on food and shit like that.
Okay.
So that plus inflation too.
Well, adjust for inflation. You'd still be paying more.
I think
is
so.
what you're saying.
A lot more protein powder.
Protein powder. You're
Lot
gonna get
more.
your kids into bodybuilding right away.
If they want to do it, sure,
What if they don't want to do it?
that's fine.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do, you do it. I don't care. As long as you don't get killed or hurt anyone, I don't give a fuck.
Mm,
And the hurt anyone is only like legitimately hurt. Like if you want to do Muay Thai, you can hurt whoever you want,
right.
as long as it's within the ring with a ref.
But you're gonna introduce them to working out, obviously, and you
Just general health. Take care of your shit.
yeah. You let them decide.
Yeah, you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. It's fine.
But what if they don't want to do any types of physical activity?
That's fine.
Really?
I would encourage them to do something so they don't like have like clogged arteries and like the bare minimum. Like,
What if they're like, nah, dad, nah.
do you want to make it to 30?
I'll make it to 30, dad. You made it to 30.
Yeah, because I did shit. You don't like they have to, at minimum take a walk. At the very minimum, you have to take a walk.
Okay.
Like or have a bike or something. Like you can't just sit at your computer all day and do nothing.
Would you hit your kids?
No. I would spar with my kids.
Spar? Oh,
Like, light sparring, I would do that, but I wouldn't actually like hit my kids.
In any way, shape, or form.
No, jokingly, I might like be like, haha,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna be like, oh, you motherfucker. Like I'm not gonna do that.
Right?
Yeah, I don't think it does much.
It's a tough, but some people think, I guess older generations are more like that, right? Where you hit their kids to create fear. But fear works, doesn't it?
Fear works, but at the same time, it's like you want to have conversations with your kid.
Hmm.
You don't want your kid to fear you and like go outside for all their questions and shit, because then that's when you get into more trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Like, would you have your kid be terrified of you about alcohol and then go drink with their friends in a dark park, like where it's blackout?
Mm-hmm.
Or would you have them like be like, hey, I want to try alcohol, like blah blah blah? I'm like, yeah, sure. If your friends want to try it too, just make sure the parents okay with it and just drink at my house so I can watch you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it's better to have a better
Instead of hitting them.
yeah.
Yeah. You have a conversation with your kid.
Yeah, you should be open with your kids.
Yeah. And do you think like, Asian families don't do that as much?
I think the reason why white families are usually more open with their kids than Asian families are is just because of what we had to go through. Like white families have been in Canada for like 500, 600 years. Like the whole like we have to get it out the mud, we have to hustle, blah blah blah. That's kind of over with, right? If you've been in the country for 500 years and you don't have any money, like what do you spend 500 years for? But like our families, we had to make enough money to leave our country, come here with basically zero because currency exchange, make all this money up again just to get where we are. We're not gonna just suddenly stop. We're gonna keep working like crazy. So it's like we don't really have the room to really give our kids that environment.
So you're saying which leads them to use certain forms of punishment
Yeah, because
Physical
it's
punishment.
quick.
instead of taking the time to
Yeah,
emotionally invest and talk
Yeah.
to them.
because we're on go mode. Like we just like make all this money, go to Hong Kong, out of Taiwan, come straight here, make all this money just so we can have a house and stuff. We're not broke. Like, are you really? If you're on go mode, hustle mode, 24/7, are you really gonna take the time to be like, oh, why are you feeling bad?
Right. It's also
You're just
hard
gonna be like,
to
yo,
do that.
just fucking eat. Like, I don't give a fuck right now. Like, I'm trying to get this money so we don't go broke.
Exactly.
Like, we don't
That's
have
a
that.
good point.
We haven't been here long enough to have that comfort yet.
That's a good point. And they're also just like, they're on go mode
Yeah.
and they don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
So they just hit you.
Yeah, because like, think about like why we're much more calmer than our parents are. It's because we had more time here, I guess. Like, we didn't have to do a
We didn't
lot to
have
get to where we are. We're just here.
We don't have to, yeah.
We're just here
Immigrate
with what our
here.
parents have, so we can just build off of that. We don't actually have as much stress as they did.
Yeah, that's a good point. So when you think about then the kids who argue back, lash back at their parents. You've seen those, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
Like sometimes I'll talk to my dad and he'll say some shit. I'll be like, "Yo, come on, like that's not, like that's crazy. Like you can't do that, whatever." But it's never like a disrespectful way. It's just like a
Yeah,
because me and my dad are not like traditional father son type of thing. Like we're more like brothers in a way.
no,
Like he'll say some shit and I'll be like, "Nah, like don't do that. Like that's crazy. Like, why the fuck would you do that?" I wouldn't say that to him. Like I would be like, "Why would you do that? Like that's not a good idea."
oh, you guys are like
Like we have the
Like
space for
brothers.
that. we're more so brothers than parents because like we don't really have that like I'm higher than you type of thing. We just talk.
That's really good, isn't it?
It's good to an extent, but it's also like you and me, like we don't talk about like crazy shit like that, like super deep dark shit. But it's better than traditional shit, I guess. But it's like
It's more of a brotherhood.
yeah, it's like he'll come to me like, hey, what do you think about me getting like the Tesla supercharger? I'm like, yeah, sure if you want, but it's like, do we have the power grid for it or blah blah blah? Blah. It's like okay, blah blah whatever.
Well, that's nice though.
Yeah,
That's nice. Yeah.
but what was the question again?
Yeah, no, I was trying to think what was the question.
Fuck.
Why we bring that up? Disrespectful kids.
Oh yeah, lashing back. Yeah, but if you're like, mom, shut the fuck up, I'm playing Xbox, like that's crazy.
that's some white kid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Kyle, get your dinner. It's like, you know what I don't get? Why do some people call their parents by their actual name?
I don't know.
Why do they do that? Just call them like I've never called my dad anything but dad,
Mm-hmm.
or my mom anything but mom.
Mm-hmm.
Why you call them by their government name? Like
That's a white kid thing to do.
why?
I don't know. They try to. It's like a disrespect thing on purpose, like calling teachers by their first name in elementary or high school.
I never understood that either, to be honest.
I never did that either.
I never understood. Like I always did it, but I never understood why we did that.
Disrespect on purpose.
No, like why couldn't we say like,
Oh, why
what's up-
can't you do that?
what's up, Jamie? Like instead of Mister or whatever.
I don't know. Because in university, you just call them by their first name, or you
Yeah.
call them doctor or whatever,
Yeah.
right? But they're usually chill with their first name too.
Yeah.
Because like we're adults. I guess in high school, they want that respect because you're like kids still.
Or maybe it's because back in the old days, like when you spoke to your boss, you had to say Mister.
Maybe.
Maybe that's why.
Yep. And high schools are training students to be factory
Yeah.
workers.
Because back then, when like you had to wear a suit to be in an office, you had to be like, oh, Mister, blah blah blah, Mister, whatever, whatever.
Mhm.
Now they just be like, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
Like yo, whatever, whatever. So maybe that's what it is too.
Maybe chiller younger teachers are fine with it though.
Oh, yeah, because they're not in the old school sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. What do you think about that? Parents,
Disrespectful kids?
yeah,
Or-
kids being like, yo, mom, kids that hit their parents and shit like that. Like
Whoa.
That's-
Wait. Oh, I'm sure there are kids like that
Yeah.
actually.
kids that hit their parents, kids that like yell at them and shit, throw TVs, throw Xboxes.
Obviously, kids have both sides at fault, but it, something went wrong in the parenting, in the developmental stage.
Yeah.
You know, something went wrong there. Like, you know, obviously the kids shouldn't be doing that, but you raised.
Yeah, you gave the
Rose.
space for that.
Right? You did something when they were in the prime ages of development, of socialization. You somehow let them feel like it's okay to hit adults
Yeah.
and your parents. So what do I think about that? I don't know. My parenting is hard, dude. You ever get scared of parenting?
I don't get scared of parenting. By the way, can I just say, like,
Yeah.
now that it's getting a little cooler and like I'm drinking my tea, you're drinking your warm water, our voices are just way better now.
Oh yeah, because we're just yeah,
Like we're much more soothed.
we're past our warm up.
Yeah. Like we actually like our voices are like much more soothing and shit. But like sorry, what were you saying?
Parenting is hard.
Parenting's-
Scared-
yeah.
Afraid of parenting.
I'm honestly more scared of my kid just being a loser. Quite honestly.
Low-key.
Like
What do you mean by loser? Like they can't socialize?
yeah. Because I feel like I'm able to parent a child. I feel like I can do that. Like just being able to like tell them like, hey, don't do this, don't do that. Yo, that's crazy, blah, blah, blah. But if my kid's just an idiot
It's your fault.
and they're like, I don't care what you say, like blah, blah, blah. I'm like, sure, you can do that. You're just getting yourself hurt. And they do anything themselves hurt and they still keep doing it. Instead of coming back saying, hey, you're right.
Oh, that kind of stupid.
Like
Like they can't learn from their mistakes.
yeah.
Well, you know, hopefully they're not like that. But if they're like that, do you blame yourself?
Can't.
You blame your wife. It's your wife's genes.
I can't. No, because here's the thing, man. Like, look, we are both too handsome to have some loser ass kids.
That's
If
mean.
our kids,
That's mean.
no, but it's like, come on, like we're both gonna have like our wives are gonna be fucking beautiful and shit. Like we're both handsome as fuck. Like it's like when we have kids and shit, and they have those genetics, and they can't make friends, they can't do shit, they can't play sports, like they can't do jack, they're not even smart. They just
Okay.
have nothing going for them. It's like, look, we gave you the genetics, man. Like, do something about it.
Then that's our fault.
How is it our fault? We gave them everything they needed.
and they still reject it somehow,
They just don't do well.
then I don't know, something went wrong.
I can't blame myself for that.
Something went wrong, dude. The child's not gonna turn into. It's like I feel like it's like the nature versus nurture, right?
Yeah.
I think obviously nature, but you just said our genetics are good and everything's fine. So the nature is there.
Yeah.
It's just the nurture part then. So I think it is our fault.
But like, what if like, because the internet's a thing, right? So yeah.
Well, before they're exposed to the internet, we gotta
but like,
teach them.
but once, because like, let's be honest, like, whenever the stage of your life that defines you the most, I feel like, is high school. Like ages 13 to 18 defies your personality the most. I feel like elementary school defies your morals. Like morally is elementary school. That's when you like learn what's right, what's wrong, blah blah blah. But once you're in high school, that's what shapes your personality and like what your interests really are and shit like that.
Sure.
Which is usually when kids get to high school because they have phones or whatever is gonna be a phone in the future, right? So if our kid is just like, if our kids are, let's say we have sons, right? If our sons are handsome as fuck, freaking jacked because you're doing knees over toes, I'm showing them like Chris Bumstead and all that stuff, and they just start watching some weird shit on internet and become like, you know, Steven Universe kids. If they turn into that,
oh, come on, nothing wrong with that.
Look, man, like I'll still love you as my kid, but you gotta shut the fuck up.
Hot take.
Like,
hot take. Jane doesn't want Steven Universe kids.
Nah.
That's hard, man. It's
like I still love you as my kid, but it's like I feel like I'm on a huge tangent. I just went somewhere else with it.
No. Recap: Jaden doesn't want kids that can't socialize, and who doesn't?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be up to us. If you can, so there's a thing. Like, if you can't, the most important ages of like teaching socialization is like very young, actually.
Yeah.
It's like, sure, you said you bring up a point. It's like, oh, identity. They find their identities in high school or something.
Okay.
Sure. But I think it's like, what was it, the ages of 3 to 6 or
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
very early.
Yeah.
If they don't know how to socialize by then, you're kind of
Yeah.
screwed.
You're right, because kids in elementary school in those ages, right? If they don't have friends, then they'll never have friends, or it's very hard for them to have friends again.
Yeah. So I think that's
Okay.
if we can get that down.
Yeah.
I think the kids should be fine.
But can the parents control the kids having friends?
The parents can give the kids the proper tools to be social, and the parents have to give them that environment to be social. And there's no way that they're not. They're gonna make friends.
But you never know because humans are so fucking complex.
If you teach your kids the right social skills and with our insane genetics.
Okay. I just have to throw in there for fucks. Fuck it.
Our insane genetics.
We're a comedy podcast.
We're a business podcast on Spotify for some reason. I don't know how to change
Really?
it.
We're business now?
I can't change it.
We used to be comedy.
I think comedy on Apple.
Oh.
It's business and I can't change it. So we're just in the business. Yeah, man. So it's something to think about for sure. But another thing that I'm taking this course that talks about like intellectual disabilities and developmental disabilities.
Okay.
Like in children. I feel like that's like it's like I think it's important because like it teaches you how to handle the kids if you end up like if you have kids with some kind of disability.
Oh yeah.
And like I feel like that's like something.
Yeah, you need a lot of patience for that shit.
Yeah, man. Like that's tough too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's why I brought up kids because that made me think about like what if my kids like have that, which is fine, right?
It's fine for you, but the issue is bringing it up to your relatives because we're Asian.
Ooh.
So when you bring up like, let's say like your kid, if your kid has autism, right?
Mhm.
It's like, how do you bring it up to your grandparents? Because then they might see it as like a birth defect or something like that. Like, oh, what did you do during pregnancy? Oh, did you do this? You do that? It's like, no, it's literally just genetic. You can't control those things.
Yeah, that's what the course brought up too.
Yeah.
It's like the stigma around these disabilities. I like how they bring up. They call it neurodiversity actually, which is very interesting way of like naming it. It's like instead of seeing it as a disability, look at it as like just another way of adding, like, you know how it is like biodiversity, right?
Yeah.
So you think of it as like neurodiversity.
Yeah.
It's just like diverse kind of mind or brain. And I thought that was like very like inclusive way of
I feel like
mentioning it because there's still a stigma to it, right?
I feel like this inclusive shit is more so for the older generations than it is for us.
Really, I still think some people or a lot of people will. There's still stigma to it, and still use terms like, "Oh, that kid's autistic,"
But we never.
and
Well,
say it in a
I don't
negative
say.
way.
Oh, okay, you mean a negative way. But it's like I feel like as a like percentage wise,
Oh, you're
I
saying
feel like it's
okay,
much more aimed towards the
sure.
older generations. Because I feel like, or at least people I know and the people we know, and also because like we live in Vancouver, it's a very PC city. Somewhat
PC.
somewhat PC actually, because the whole Christian side, whatever. But like, we just don't give a shit.
Mm.
Like, okay, they're gay, we don't give a fuck. Oh, they have autism, whatever, we don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, people who make the biggest deal of it, I feel like are the older ones
Mm.
because they're so used to not seeing that or so used to dismissing it.
Maybe. I don't know, but then even like in like elementary, there's always like those types of kids, and I think other students would look at them differently.
For me, that never happened. To be
Really?
honest. Yeah.
Oh.
We had a kid. You know Aiden, right? The kid that was in our high school that had a wheelchair. Yeah, he was in our elementary school, and we never really cared. We're just like, oh, that's Aiden. Whatever. Yo, what's up, Aiden? Yo.
I guess.
Like, we never really cared about it. There was like other kids too, and like we didn't really, like we had kids that were gay and shit, or kids that were like whatever, and we never gave a shit.
Yeah.
But it could just be my school. Maybe that's why. Maybe the area we grew up in Vancouver or whatever. Because I think some trans kid got beat the fuck up in White Rock or some shit, right?
God.
Didn't that happen in White Rock?
Mm-mm.
Somewhere
So, White Rock.
outer skirts of Metro Vancouver is like some kid got beat up for being gay or something like that. So I guess it
Jeez.
still is a thing within kids.
I
but
think it's
like,
still a thing, for sure.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, I don't know, parenting. A lot to think about, man. A lot to think about.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Parenting is a heavy subject.
Yeah, right? It's not just like, oh, you pop a kid and...
Because parenting is like being in a relationship. It's like you say all this shit you'll do and like all this great shit, but the second you're actually in it, that shit goes out the window. Like you don't know if you're actually about that shit or not.
From experience?
No, I just see it happen.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Because like the moment the kid comes, like everything changes.
Yeah.
For the good. Usually for the good.
You can only do so much, I feel like, for parenting. You can't do everything. And once you try to do everything, that's when it gets even worse because you're too controlling.
Yeah. Balance.
Yeah.
Balance.
So, we're a business podcast. The iPhone 14 has come out.
Whoa, I was just going to bring that up. Good segue.
Look at this mind-muscle connection right here.
Mind-to-mind
I'm
connection.
the mind, he's the muscle.
Good morning.
What?
Tim Cook.
Oh. Yo, did you watch the keynote?
I didn't watch. I saw snippets of it. It's always so good.
Why is Tim Cook built like that?
What do you look like?
I don't know if it was like the CGI or whatever, but like his body was like this and his pants came out like this. It wasn't like he wasn't like curvy, but he was like rectangular.
He got curves.
But
rectangular.
Like his torso, like his bottom half was popping out, but rectangular away. It was really.
See. I just saw like the Apple events are always crazy.
It was like he wore like a slightly fitted sweater with like bigger jeans, like straight fit jeans, and just maybe proportions were all off. And I kind of just expected more from him, to be honest, from the fit, but whatever.
He's Tim. He has that funny accent.
Yeah.
iPhone 14.
Yeah.
The newest, the best iPhone ever.
Ahead of its class.
Ahead of its class.
The A15 was already well ahead of its class, but we bumped it up even more with the A16 Bionic. Whatever they're on now.
Fastest iPhone ever.
With the best camera quality ever.
Never seen before.
With the all-new dynamic island.
New and improved cameras.
You can watch porn in 8K instead of 4K.
With Dolby surround sound.
And true ProRes resolution. HDR.
And you can share it to your iPad.
Via iMessage for seamless integration.
Or watch it with someone on FaceTime via SharePlay or whatever.
Even bring it to your Apple TV to watch it on our brand new ProRes resolution display.
I hate how that's what they say every time. And it's like, obviously, this should be the newest. This should be the best.
Yeah, I hope so.
Like, why is that the main marketing thing? And it works every time, though.
Because quite honestly, like after the iPhone 10, they maxed out. After the iPhone 10,
sure. I guess iPhone 10 was like the very.
What could they do after the iPhone 10?
Add cameras.
make it bigger, add some camera technology, make the screens better, make the what else can you do to an iPhone at this point?
Well, that's their job. They're supposed to surprise us.
They're running out of ideas.
And they're not. I think they have the ideas. They have the patents. They just don't want to release
The
it.
technology exists. They just can't make it Apple enough because it's too like new for them or something like that.
They just don't want to release it. They just want to make the money.
Yeah, that's true.
iPhone's like $2,000.
Yeah, if you make an iPhone too good, then what are you gonna do next year?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's not the newest. It's not the best. You guys are lying,
Well,
actually.
as a package, it is technically the best phone.
It's the best iPhone ever made. Fine.
Yeah, until next year.
Until next year.
Until the S comes out.
The S.
They stopped doing the S. Have you noticed that? Because they just couldn't keep up anymore.
Yeah.
Back then, like, oh yeah, we can come up with stuff every 6 months. Now they're like, oh, it takes us like a year and a bit to come up with one thing.
Yeah. The dynamic
Islands.
island thing is an Android thing.
Dude, everything's an Android thing.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it looks cool, but it's like, but Apple makes it look cool. Whenever it comes out to Apple, people think it's cool.
That's why it takes them so long because they really like nail the UI.
Yeah, the UI design, UX design.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get it?
Fuck no. You? Look. Okay,
It's
so
fine.
for context, we have the iPhone 13 Pros. And from the 13 Pro to the 14 Pro, the only difference really is dynamic island. Right?
Better, new, improved cameras.
They scale the camera down though.
Did they? I didn't even look at the keynote.
Actually, no, they actually did have the first camera upgrade. I think it's now a 40 megapixel back sensor instead of 12, which is pretty good. But they scale it back down to 12.
on the back camera?
Yeah, but they scale it back down. So unless you take ProRes photos, which I forgot was a thing because, storage. You
Oh, raw photos? Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really notice difference. So whatever.
That's stupid. Toyota Camry.
Literally.
No, I'm not getting that. No, I'm
Um,
not gonna upgrade until. I don't even know, man. This phone's great.
Dynamic Island really is super gimmicky in my opinion.
It just looks cool.
It looks cool, but it's just gimmicky. Like, come on, like, just look at your notifications.
I know.
Actually, for me, honestly, I feel like Dynamic Island's actually a bad thing because I just don't want to see notifications sometimes.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
well. Oh, you can just. I'm sure it's off if you do not disturb it, though.
Yeah, but it's like I literally turned off notifications for a lot of apps now. Like, I don't get notifications for Instagram.
Mhm.
I don't get notifications for TikTok.
Mhm.
Snapchat, I never had notifications on for the first place. Like, I
Yeah.
just I turned all that shit. Facebook, no notifications.
Yeah.
The only thing I have notifications on social app wise is like Messenger
Same.
because I rarely use it.
Oh, like Facebook Messenger?
Yeah, like people rarely message me on Facebook Messenger apart from our group chat. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd same. I turn off. Well, actually, I turn it off. Well, I just turn on Do Not Disturb when we post our reels.
yeah, I used to too.
It's kind of annoying.
And I kind of got annoyed and just started turning. I turned off Instagram notifications. Period.
Oh, okay. Well, sometimes you need to see the messages though.
I'll check it once in a while.
You have too many.
No, I don't.
Are you sure?
I,
You sure?
I hate seeing
You sure?
so liked your photo. That's low key why I turned it off. Ever since I started posting more on TikTok, I get so many of like, oh, so and so liked your photo like 50 times. I'm like, fuck off.
I love the comments on your TikToks. The thirsty girls.
I just like them, just for the algorithms. They go like. I'm
Good
just
engagement. It's good.
it's good engagements.
It's good.
Hopefully, it brings more eyes to the podcast.
That's what I was just gonna say. Yeah, convert it.
That's the-
Bring the traffic to
That's
the
the only
podcast.
reason why I still use these social media apps for this fucking podcast.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck
Send it
anymore.
over to the podcast. Send it over. We have a lot of Google Forms, you know.
You want to do it?
We should.
Bust open that MacBook.
Why so many in this generation? Okay, so we have 96 responses. So sorry for not looking at this.
Look at this energy from him. We were making a joke recently about how Andrew's very monotone in real life.
Why do you guys say that? What? I don't understand. I'm not.
You are.
Well,
You threw a frisbee at a bug or a caterpillar, and you're like, did I hit it?
okay, that just came out of my mouth. Like that was just like
Pause.
came out of my mouth. What? That just like I just like not stuttered, but like my words got jumbled together.
I do it too a lot, honestly.
Yeah, well, I have emotion. I don't know where did
It's just a joke. I don't know why it came up.
I don't know like
It's like how Brian has. Never mind.
and then and it's like when I actually show some kind of emotion, you guys are like, oh, where did that come from? I'm just like, what the heck? And so then I just end up. I don't even know when did I even start, dude. I have emotion.
This started in Whistler, no Chilliwack,
No, but I feel like they've been saying that. You guys have been saying that.
but it really hit Chilliwack after the bug.
Well, screw you guys.
All right, so
Yes. What was I saying? We're checking Google responses. Sorry, guys. We're checking it now.
Yeah,
Thank you for 96. 96. Almost 100.
Yeah.
Damn. Why do so many in this generation hurt one another?
No, I just feel like that's a very common like narrative in terms of dating at this age and this year, like at this era of life. I feel like people are always saying like, "Oh, everyone just wants to hurt. Everyone's toxic." I was like, "Where the fuck do you hear that from?"
Is that what they mean? Like that kind of hurt?
I guess, right?
Sure. Let's go with that. Why do so many people hurt each other and like hurt, like get ghosted and stuff?
Like the romantic way, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You just gotta. I'm assuming you're speaking from experience.
Went through a recent heartbreak.
Yeah.
It's just
or
like,
just know people who've been hurt.
because I just see it as like, I always thought like the way you get someone is the way you lose someone, right?
Whoa.
Like if you meet someone in the club and they're like, if you meet a girl and she's like, "Oh, I just broke up with my boyfriend. I'm in the club," and you guys get together after that.
What,
If you guys get into a fight and she goes to a club, you might just lose her the way you got
what
her.
if you meet someone in a healthy way?
Oh, that's fine.
But how do you lose someone? Then you lose them in a healthy way?
Hopefully,
Maybe.
yeah, but it's more likely.
Oh, okay.
It's like if you like if you're
the way you meet someone is the way you lose
yeah,
someone.
like if I get with a girl, if I'm dating a girl right now and I got with her by like by her originally being my side chick, whatever, like Prince Charles, right?
Charles.
If she cheats on me in the future, like, can I really be mad at that? It's like she was cheating on to get with me in the first place. Like,
yes.
You know what I mean?
Okay. So, how's that answer the question?
I feel like y'all just have too high expectations for where you meet people.
Okay, so be wary of how you meet this
Yeah.
person. How you guys. I don't know. I guess some people are scared of committing.
Oh, that too.
Is it just this generation though?
No, there's no way.
Maybe it's more amplified in this generation because we see it
Yeah, social media.
on social media, and you have more access to a lot like dating apps.
Yeah,
Right.
I honestly am way too
Have you ever been on one?
for a week. I was on Tinder for a week.
Oh, okay.
Got off it. I was not feeling it.
No?
No.
Not for you.
But it's like that's what I'm saying. Like these apps are crazy, bro.
There's some, it works sometimes.
I guess I've never
Last wedding I shot, they met on Tinder.
really.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's kind of, I don't know. I mean, good for them.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. We're just maybe. I can't say honestly. Is it just this generation? I don't know.
It
That's
could
tough.
be more so this generation because there's more ways to meet people. Like you can DM through Instagram. You can
Sure.
you can shoot your shot on
Maybe.
Snapchat. You can freaking meet in frats and stuff like that.
More surface level relationships.
Yeah. Because like now, like I don't know about back then, but back then I assume frats was like a UBC only thing, right? You had to be in UBC to know about these UBC parties, right? Nowadays, like kids who don't even go to school are going to UBC parties. Like I've been to a UBC party. I don't even go to schools. People from SFU go to UBC parties. Like people from like freaking McGill who are in town in Vancouver for a week go to UBC parties.
Always like that though.
I don't know. But I'm just saying like now with the social media and like how fast these parties spread, it's like there's more people from outside of UBC going to UBC. So maybe it's like more people in general.
So you can make more connections, but these are more surface connections.
Could be. I don't know.
I don't know.
Also a bunch of kids that are just horny as fuck. So it's like
true, and you just get hurt. Maybe you get more hurt if you get emotionally invested easier.
oh, definitely.
That's a tough question, good sir, ma'am,
Ma'am, sir.
/ they, them, whatever you identify as. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really give you a good answer for that. We're not.
I feel like we need like
We're
actually no. Now I think about it, we need a girl for that question. We need Joey.
I'm so sorry, Joe. You should have been on.
We need Joey for that one. Actually,
We should just did it. It's my bad.
we can go to Toronto.
We're supposed to do it in Toronto too, and we still didn't do it.
I know. Well, you were supposed to be in
I was
Toronto. I was
supposed
here.
Yeah, you were here.
All right. Let's
Yeah, sorry.
We'll
We'll
save it-
revisit that question.
say it before we have a female friend over.
That would be you.
Me.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean by that, but
Would you rather have many girls to talk to, or that one girl who shows that she likes you talk to you?
Andrew.
Isn't that
Andrew.
that's an easy one for me. I don't know why Well, actually, I can think why someone would want many girls to talk to them, to feel their ego or something. But if you know that they don't like you, that's like, I'd rather have the one girl who shows that she actually likes you to talk to you.
Look, I'm gonna say it's like
You tell me what? I feel like that's like obvious.
I feel like that question is someone who doesn't talk to a lot of girls because there's certain things that like I feel like how do I say this, like there are certain things that I feel like you you envy with if you never had it. Like if you never talk to if you're not the type of guy who speaks to a lot of girls, blah blah blah, you may think like, oh, it's crazy, like you have so many girls to talk to, da da da. If you do, it's not fun.
Okay.
It's not fun at all, and it's
okay.
especially when they like you,
Really?
because then it's like, oh, you have to, because talking to a girl, like, you have to remember so much shit,
Yeah, you do.
right? You have to remember all these like little details, blah 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 blah. Talking to like 6 girls, and you try to remember details, you might fuck up somewhere.
So okay.
Like, oh, your favorite ice cream is pistachio, right? It's like, mine's vanilla. Who the fuck you talking to? It's like, oh fuck. And now you create an argument with a girl that you don't even like that much, but now you're halfway invested, so you have to continue the freaking this.
So that was your experience allegedly.
It's not fun. It's
Right.
not fun talking to different girls. It's not fun going on
Well,
multiple
why
dates.
why did you do it then?
I was bored. I was bored and young, or younger.
Younger,
I was younger in my days.
right? So
It's not fun.
obviously the second one, you have one person
It's so
that
much nicer.
that actually genuine likes to talk to you.
Yeah, it's so much nicer talking to one person. It's not fun talking to multiple girls. Like, it's not going to multiple girls, dates, all that shit's not fun, man. It's training.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it. I mean, you can do it for the experience,
You
but
can
it's
do
not,
it to experience it, sure.
Yeah, but it's
right?
not a long term. It's not a longevity thing.
Yeah. So that answers the question. That's just, I think that's unanimous.
Yeah,
Simple question. Unless, there's nothing wrong if you want to talk to multiple girls.
yeah, it's fine if you want to.
Test
but
your
it's-
options.
Yeah, you can test the waters, but it's just not fun.
But once you find that one, you just,
Too much of a good thing's not a good thing.
well, unless it's just that one.
Yeah,
Nice. Good question, kind of. Good question.
that's a good question.
Did y'all say you snap? Nope.
No.
Nope.
No, I rarely use it.
Nope.
I have, because my dog is on my like Snapchat memories.
Yeah, you said.
But honestly, like, I don't
nope.
really like using that shit.
If you still use Snap, you're probably high school. You're probably first year.
I have some friends who still use Snap. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
whatever.
no, not really. It's like just ask for the number.
It's just not a.
Use Be Real. It's basically Snap.
It's just like Snapchat is like, okay, I don't mind using Snapchat if you're like actually talking, I guess. Because
No,
you use photos,
I'd
I
rather
guess.
just talk on text.
But like the blank snaps, like, no, get out of here.
Yeah, or just
That shit's
text. The heck.
weird. Yeah, I like texting more.
Yeah, the heck. Yeah, no, sorry.
Text or FaceTime, that shit's lit.
We're reading this.
Do we have time? We ended on that.
It's 1:14. Okay, well, we can end on a quick one.
Yeah.
I have a story to submit, but I'm afraid that your friends might know who submitted this. Okay.
We can bleep certain things.
Just submit it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you submitted already. We just didn't read it.
Maybe it was the last one.
Yeah. So many dating stuff.
You want to do dating apps?
What do you guys think of dating apps? We kind of already answered that though, right?
Not really. I kind of glanced over it. You want to do something else?
He's a 10, but he makes you call him daddy.
Depends if you're into it.
You're into it.
Yeah. But if he makes you, then that's like a 4. Why are you so like, just take what
Yeah,
you
if
get?
he is, if he's forcing you to do it
Mhm.
and pressuring you to do it, coercing you
If you're not into it and he's making you call him that, that's just weird.
it's a 1.
Especially if it's outside like the act itself. Like if you just say it like in general, like that's just weird as fuck. Like, can you open a door? The fuck? Call me bro or some shit. I'd rather be called bro.
Can you wait? What?
Like, can you open a door for me? It's like, the fuck? We don't fucking. Like, I feel like saying it outside the bedroom is weird as fuck.
If they call you daddy,
Even weirder.
daddy, open the door.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Use my government name.
What if they just call you babe?
That's fine.
Okay, but not daddy.
No, saying that in personal, it's just
Dad.
Don't call me dad. The fuck? I'm not your father.
The father of my children. We can end it.
Yeah.
So many. They're all girl questions. date questions. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for listening.
Yeah, this is episode 37.
37, I think. We didn't do an intro.
37.
Do an intro later.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very calm episode. I'm drinking my tea with some honey in it. Andrew's having his water. We're both COVID free as of right now. And we will see you in the next episode.
Yep. Hopefully, we'll try to keep it consistent.
Yep. Andrew might buy the Apple Watch Ultra. We don't know yet.
Apple Watch Ultra.
Yeah, that shit's big as fuck.
I didn't see it.
It's 49 millimeter.
Jesus, how much is this? 42? 4?
I don't know what yours is. Mine's a 44.
It's a small one.
Yours is probably
44 then. Same size.
at the time mine was the biggest one. So I don't know now what they changed it to. I haven't really looked at the Apple Watches. But yeah. Subscribe to us on YouTube, hit the like button, hit notification bell, share with your friends. Subscribe, follow us on TikTok, Instagram,
YouTube. Oh, you already said it.
5-star reviews on Apple Music and Spotify. Submit some more on Google Forms because it's actually pretty fun. We just gotta get to it more often.
Keep DMing us for requests. We got a couple.
Yeah,
I see it.
yeah.
I reply.
I reply to some DMs.
You reply too.
Yeah, if it's podcast related. I delete everything else. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I apologize. Not really.
Don't apologize.
I'm not in the space for that right now.
He's a happy man.
I'm good, man. And we will see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Yeah.